Welcome one, welcome all, and welcome PS5 users. Today's finally the day that you guys are going to get to join us and play Ark Survival Ascended. It's actually earlier than I expected, but later than we all deserved. So today we're going to go over the Nitrado setup. Some of you guys might find this very frustrating. If you do, follow this guide to get you guys up and running. If it's super easy for you, hey, smash that like button and we'll catch you in the next video. So in this video, we're going to be going over how to set up your server, XP, harvest rates, taming, babies. So if you guys find this video helpful, smash that like button, leave a message in the comments saying that this video helped you out, or if I missed something that you guys need to know, please post it down below. You guys can also join our Discord. And without further ado, let's get started. So naming the server, you guys are going to be greeted with the Nitrado dashboard. On the left hand side, we're going to go to General. Right here will be our option if we want to enable cross-platform or not. Scroll down, and the very first option here is to name the server. Mine's named Chalks Gaming. That is a new server opened up to the YouTube members. So if you guys are watching this and there's a membership perk down below and you guys want to join the server, go ahead and click that. All memberships will have access to the server. Then we will go to server password. Leave that blank if you don't want a password. Admin password, by default, it should be random characters. You can go ahead and change it to whatever you guys would like. You will need that if you plan on doing Dino wipes. There is another command you can use, but admin mode, you can do Dino wipes as well, and we'll cover that in this video. And then just throw yourself a nice little message of the day. If you guys are having trouble with admin mode, there should be a card up here. If there's not, that just means that video has not been out yet. If there is, click the card. You can also check the server playlist that we have as well. So we're going to be doing most of our work in the config files. So you go ahead and click config files on the left. And the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to add in XPMultiplier. So we'll see here, we're going to have two different settings. We're going to have Gameusersettings and GameINI. Both of those are super important to use. The Gameusersettings is where we're going to start. So if we want to add in XP, our regular XP boost, 1 times, 2 times, 10 times, that's going to go in here in the Gameusersettings. You can put it anywhere under server settings. I always recommend just click here and hit enter and type in the command, but I already have it actually towards the bottom of mine. We don't want to go too low. We don't want to put it under the scalability groups. That's why I recommend doing it at the top. And we'll just enter in the command XPMultiplier equals and whatever number you want. I keep my server relatively low, so we have it at 2, which is 2 times regular rate. Now, taming is a very big thing that people like to adjust. That's also found in the Gameusersettings. And we're going to go ahead and put in TamingSpeedMultiplier equals. I'm going with 50. That's pretty much an insta-tame for anything that's a low-level creature with regular raw meat. And the next thing we're going to adjust is we're going to adjust the HarvestAmountMultiplier. That's pretty much when you hit a tree, how much it's going to give you. Again, I keep mine relatively low, but you can increase it to whatever you guys want. So HarvestAmountMultiplier equals 1, 2, 3, doesn't matter. It will increase the rarity of items too, like metal and whatnot, so just let you guys know. And again, all of these options do go in the Gameusersettings. Now, we may want level 150 dinos, so we need to adjust 2 different things here. The one thing that we want, well, we need to adjust 3 different things. One of them that we want to adjust is the difficulty override offset. We can see here in the Gameusersettings at the very top, I have difficulty offset of 1. We are going for max level dinos of 150, so 1 is perfect. We also are going to scroll down just a little bit. We see right here at line 23, override official difficulty equals 5. That's going to push the dinos up to level 150. You guys can also go all the way up to 10 if you want, whatever number. Just remember, higher number equals higher dinos. Do note the spawn tables in the island are kind of funky. You may want to increase the amount of dinos that you have by doubling the spawn rate, or you may want to go over to the game INI. You may not have a game INI. If you don't, I will leave it in the description below. Go ahead and copy all that, paste it. It is set up for a PvE server with friendly fire disabled, just to let you guys know. So you may have to do a little bit of tweaking if you want PvP and friendly fire enabled. But we want to use max difficulty equals true. Makes the game a little bit harder, and it should scale the dinos a little bit better accordingly. Now, once we have done that, we need to do a fresh wipe of the server dino-wise. So what you're going to do is you're going to log into admin mode. If you don't know how to do that, there should be a time card at the top right. If there's not, the video just hasn't been made yet, and hang tight, the video is coming. You can also go into the playlist. There are 2 other how to access admin modes, whether it's PC or Xbox. It's going to be identical on the PlayStation. We will log into admin mode and use the command cheat destroy wild dinos. That then will wipe all your dinos and start to repopulate the server. It does take a little bit of time. They don't instantly repopulate, but then that should get us to where higher level dinos start spawning and 150. You should notice that you shouldn't really have any dino that's an even number, like ending in level 24 or 36. You'll find 10s, and that's fine. Next thing that we're going to look at is we're going to look at the babies. Babies is a new addition to Ark where you can actually find them out in the wild. So we want to be able to adjust those settings. When we adjust babies for wild, it's the same thing as babies that are hatched by the player. All of that fun information is going to be found in the game INI. At the very top, you'll see here, of course, we can use the one that's supplied to you guys, but we have the baby imprint multiplier equals 100. That is going to, every time you imprint the baby, pretty much give it a 100%. If not, you're going to need a couple for like a high level dino, giga, stuff like that. If you guys want further in-depth information, go ahead and check the card. I've gone over this in another video, but we'll go ahead and get some of your base settings kind of done. So we want to look for the baby maturation rate, or how fast the baby grows up. And we'll see here that I have this set to 200. It seems super high and super fast, and for the most part it is. That's because whenever we're messing with the game INI, we need to make sure that the single player settings are disabled. We don't want single player settings to be enabled. If you do that, if they're enabled, it messes with all these settings. What equals to 200 is about a 5 for single player. So it's a massive multiplier. So make sure single player settings are disabled unless you want to keep them on. If you do, some of these settings, they're not recommended. They're just my settings. They may not apply to you. So that's how you make the baby grow up quicker. And the last thing that we're going to cover just for babies, just for now, is the cuddle interval multiplier. How many times you want the baby to request being cuddled. So that's how many times you'll be able to imprint the baby. Now, because our amount multiplier is so high, we'll only have to imprint it 1 time. That's kind of by design. If you want to keep it more towards standard, you don't even have to put it in there. That could be completely blank. Some people's game INI are completely blank. There is generic, all of this XP here, special XP, generic crafting. That, for me, falls under the quote-unquote generic XP. And if you toggle any of these, if you increase them, then what's going to happen is you're going to, even though you've increased the XP on the game user settings, you're going to then increase the XP in specific categories. I personally like to keep this all at 1 and then adjust the XP in the game user settings. You'll see down here at the bottom, the speed leveling. You are no longer able to by default level up speed in Ark Survival Ascended. so the speed stat, but supplied for you guys, it will be in the description. Allow speed leveling, toggle those to true on both of them. Now Dinos and your player will be able to toggle speed leveling. That's it for right now for the PS5. A quick guide on getting your server up and running. I understand it can be super frustrating, especially the new Nitrado system. It's not the best. Even the old one was much better than it is now. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment section below. You guys can join the Discord, ask questions there. Generally speaking, if you're having problems with the game or user settings, if you message me directly, I'll ask you for your INI, so just be kind of ready for that. And again, if you guys want to, feel free to join the new membership program. All that money is going to help fund the private server for the community, my community of Ark. And if you guys are looking for someone to kind of more or less set up the server for you, you'll notice that in the highest membership that is offered as well. So let me know. You guys smash that like button. Thank you guys for all the support. And like always, we'll catch you next time.